Today I want to share something that I experienced a long time ago when I was a young guy in college. And I was really wrestling with what do I think of God? What do I think of Jesus and Christianity? And I was reading the Bible some and trying to understand, and I I kind of wanted to believe, but I didn't know. I mean, could I really believe the Bible is the Word of God and that Jesus rose from the dead and other tough, challenging things? One day I came across a statement. It was a statement by Jesus when he was on the cross. And he said, my God, why have you forsaken me?" I believe it's in like Matthew 27:46. And I remember reading that and thinking, wait, I've always thought that Jesus and the Father were tight, that they were on the same page, on the same plan. It seems here that Jesus is accusing the Father of, of letting him down, of not caring or failing or whatever. I really wrestle with that. And I can remember asking this guy who was a Christian who'd get together with me and deal with all the questions I had. He said, "Yeah, I just don't know." Well, strangely, and I would say now supernaturally, probably a week or two later, I found myself reading through the Psalms. And I got to Psalm 22. And Psalm 22 started with, my God, why have you forsaken me?" Huh. That's strange. That's what I've been wrestling with. And I went on to read in this psalm some different things that I saw Jesus experiencing at the cross, more emotionally, more experientially, but some different things, that elements that were there at the cross. And I wonder, well, what's going on with this? And as I looked more into it, I found out that the Psalms at the time of Jesus weren't referred to by the numbers we have today, but they were referred by the first line in the Psalm. So to refer to Psalm 23, for instance, someone would say, well, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. So in that day, if someone wanted to refer to Psalm 22, they could have said, my God, why have you forsaken me?" And all the people in that time that were near Jesus at the cross, who had memorized good parts of the scriptures, their minds would have triggered. Oh, okay, now he's saying that, he's going through agony on the cross, but that's a psalm. And as their mind processed through that psalm, they could have said, wow, that's happening over there. And that's happening over here. And I just heard someone say that. And it might have triggered them to think, wow, there's something amazing going on here. And as a young man, I stepped back and I said, wow. So this psalm, written hundreds of years before the time of Jesus, had elements in it of things that would be happening to him at the cross. And in a sense, Jesus, by saying, my God, why have you forsaken me?" seems like he was pointing people back to this prophetic psalm about the things that were going to be happening. And where I started was, wow, I don't know if I can really believe the Bible or this stuff. And at the end of that, I got to the place of, wow, this is pretty neat. This is pretty amazing. Now, honestly, I still had things to wrestle with, still had things to consider. But finding out that my God, why have you forsaken me, was not just a description of what Jesus was going through on the cross as he had to take upon the sin of himself, but most likely was drawing back to a prophetic psalm written hundreds of years before. That was powerful to me.